Thought we'd take a minute to talk about gear. Here I am at home, comfortably resting in my plum tree. Favorite place to hang out, actually. Anyway, what I got on here, this is the Ultimate Direction AK running vest, AK for Anton Krupicka. There's a mouthful. Anyway, I got one of these because I needed a way to carry everything. Seems like the longer the runs get, the more junk you gotta haul around with you. And because the weather here changes in an instant, and you can run through several climates in a day, you need a place to take things off, put them on, and stow junk as you go, rather than tie it around your waist and haul it. Also, it's a great place. I have a pouch in the back that I can shove my shoes or retrieve them. So let's talk about this thing. So this is the vest, and it's got an enormous amount of places to put things. There's two pockets here in the front, and you probably noticed in my first little bit at the grocery store, this is where you can put your bottles, but you can put a lot of other stuff in here too. It's kind of an interesting concept, having your bottles stowed up front and high. It actually works out pretty good, except for all the sloshing noise, which tends to drive you nutty. It's fairly convenient. Biggest problem I had was, since I had a shoulder injury, I'm kind of sloped on one side, so with the added weight of the bottle, it tended to want to roll off my shoulder, so periodically I'd have to kind of hitch it back up. So let's walk through this. So here's the bottles. So this is your typical, I guess, Ultimate Direction bottle. It's got a few features. It's got this nipple. This thing actually took me forever to figure out. Typical of most running gear, it comes with a neat tag that tells you how great it is, but it never actually tells you how it works. So a little time on YouTube, the Ultimate Library / Encyclopedia, and I figured it out. So these, you can grab them with your teeth, which really isn't wise, but pull this out. Like so. And then you literally, the bottle's too stiff to squeeze, but when you tip it up and then you kind of take your teeth and run it along here, kind of like a calf getting milk from mom, you actually can milk the fluid right out of this into your mouth, and once you figure it out, it actually flows pretty easy. So these hold, I don't know, 16 ounces, which is a fair amount, more than I'll ever use. In fact, I had this one filled with 12 ounces of fluid today, and I finished 15 miles with juice to spare, so to speak. And another thing, I'll go into what I actually use for fluids. So that's the bottle. You get two of those. Let me get this thing on the ground so you can see it better. So you get these two pockets, one on each side, and there's one bottle for each. I find you can get all kinds of junk in here, like your cell phone. I actually carry my camera in here as well. Oh, a text from my daughter. My youngest daughter's decided to run too. I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Anyway, a couple of little pockets here. They're Velcro closed. These are great. I managed to shove a driver's license and a credit card in there this morning because I knew I was going to stop at the grocery store. Pockets up here. They say these are made for cell phones, but I'm going to tell you, unless you got the old style flip phone from 8 or 9 years ago, there's just no way. And that just sits there and whops on your clavicle all day long. You just want to throw this cell phone in the creek by the end of the run. And again, there's one of those on either side. Flip this over, and two zipper pockets here. You got a big pocket here. They say you can put a water bladder in it. Unless I was going to go out, join the military again, and start trekking the desert, I don't think I'd ever need that much water. It's got a cinched cord, but I do like it because I can throw my huaraches in there, and if I get on a piece of road that's particularly awful, I've got those handy. Also, I managed to shove a whole jacket in there when I was on a trail run and the weather got warmer. So it's great that way. The connections here are kind of strange. You can see it's just kind of laced here and on the other side. And that's nice because you can kind of get it to your, well, I won't say waist side because this rides right about my 10th rib. But it's nice because you can adjust it. You get a good fit, and because of this kind of X pattern, it tends to fit a little better than if you just cinched it down. These two front chest straps are really cool. The top one is got a little elastic in it, so you can cinch it down a bit, and as you breathe, it moves with you. The bottom one is static, so once you set it, it doesn't move. What I found that works great with this is get it so it's not tight, you know, it just sort of fits. That way it does slide around a bit, but it's not bad. And as you run and breathe, especially going up and down hills, if you need that extra air, you don't feel confined. This material, they call it Cuban or Cuban. I have no idea what that means. I don't think it's especially fabulous. They give you a sample of it, which is like this stuff here, but as you can see, it's only a couple of embellishments. The whole vest is made of this stuff. But it's nice because the water transports right straight through it, so when you sweat, your vest doesn't get soggy on your body. It actually breathes with you, so it's very comfortable to wear. It's designed well. Hopefully this thing will give me some years of use, and I'll probably keep you apprised as time goes by. So that's it, Ultimate Direction AK running vest. Get yours today.